So as a mentor and organization, we thought it was vital for us to put together an employment strategy team to respond throughout the pandemic, to create employment. We know that when young people are not working, we know there's a link to crime and incarceration. And Yao, I was really impressed with your research over the past 24 months as a student.
I saw that going into the pandemic, the biggest jump for me was May 2020, how it jumped to almost 30% of unemployment, yeah.
When we talked about the youth unemployment stat, you also brought into your research, you brought in a different angle about automation and youth employment.
Imagine you have 10 people, during the pandemic they lost their job. So let's say now the computers took 5 of those jobs. Now we have 10 people competing for 5 jobs. Those 10 people can be youth, but it can also be adults that have higher experience. So when we look at teens and youth, we realize employing now the youth are just in a disadvantage. Something like construction, working with these machines, computers can't really do that. You need humans to do that. So looking into longevity is not impacted as working at a grocery store, as working at a fast food place. It's more like a secure job. When you get it, you have the certificate. You know that in 5-10 years, you're good to go.
With this partnership and then what we're talking about, the employment strategy, to create hands-on skill sets, because those jobs are important and they kind of lost their luster for many years. But now we need to bring that to the forefront. Partnerships with what we're talking about here today with LiUNA will give people a skill set to get back and make important those hands-on jobs. So, I mean, that's great research and analysis you've done, Yao.
We've realized that there's an inequality in employment for at-risk youth, and LiUNA has an amazing training program for construction. So this is where we've arrived. And Nick, maybe you can just talk some more about all the opportunities that these young people have ahead of them.
Some of the certifications that they will receive, obviously, are going to be some of the mandatory certifications that they will need. Your WHMIS, working at heights, health and safety awareness. On top of that, they'll receive training in skid steer, loader, mini excavator, forklift, scissor lift training, your first aid CPR, and then hands-on form setting, pipe laying, concrete finishing. We're going to try and squeeze in as much as we can in that 8-week period that's going to set them up for success.
And what I like about this whole program is that it puts them in the right step, it puts them in the right direction. You don't know what these kids are going through, so with a program like this, 8-week program, it just puts them in the right direction. Once you have those skills, you have those skills.
Yeah.
You don't lose the certificate, you have it, and God forbid something happens again, you're not on ground zero anymore.
This program is an 8-week program, so 2 months with 14 certifications. So every youth will get picked up from their home and transported so they arrive on time. When you're working with at-risk youth, sometimes there are issues in their homes where it's nice to have that mentorship.
I'm looking forward to that conversation in the car. To and from here is gonna be great. Like, that's where you get to identify the challenges they're facing either at home or coming here. We're really looking to engage on any barrier that youth would be facing to stop them from this kind of success that's headed their way here.
There's a lot of training program that someone can register for, but it's gonna cost them. The beautiful thing about this is that the program to LiUNA is all sponsored. LiUNA cover the costs to train all these young adults, and Liberty for You, we will provide a living wage over the 2 months of their training. So they're getting transportation, we're also covering a living wage salary for them to be trained, and then LiUNA cover all the costs of these 14 amazing certifications. So it's a win for the youth, it's a win for LiUNA, and it's a win for our community.
As a student, one of the biggest things learning is having to balance work life and school life. And with an opportunity like this, you don't have to worry about that. You just go in, you do your work. You don't gotta worry about how the bill's gonna get paid, how I'm gonna get money, because it's already coming in with this kind of program.
It's going to allow these students to concentrate on their training and don't have to worry about anything else, so that's awesome.
Who else can just say that I have somebody who picks me up every morning, make sure I ate something, and drives me every day for 2 months, and the program I'm taking, I'm getting paid to gain these skills. And after this, somebody's there to make sure that I get employed and I'm employable. This is what success looks like.